If you are not creating goals for yourself in this year 2025, my brother, my sister, you are in the wrong. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome all to the channel. I'm super excited having you here on this video with me today. First of all, I want to say welcome to the year 2025. Happy New Year, everybody, and also Merry Christmas. Although that's fast. Alright, so we give God all the glory for bringing us into this new year, and we're praying that He guides us through each and every of our decisions this year, and that the good work He has started in our life, He will bring them to a perfect conclusion in Jesus' name. Amen. Alright, so for this video today, I just want to do a sit-down video talking about certain things that we should take note of this year, or that I'm personally going to be incorporating into my life as an individual this year. Something you're interested in, please keep on watching. Alright, so let's get into the video of today. First and foremost, I think the first thing that's coming to my mind to really talk about is making goals. Alright, we know that every individual on planet Earth at some point in their life always have goals, or maybe they don't even call it goals, they call it a vision or an idea, something that they want to achieve for themselves. In this year, whether you are making money goals, you are making friendship or relationship goals, whether you are making side hustles or business goals, maybe you're even your hair. Like me personally, I like keeping a hair goal for the year. Yes, hair goals and all of that, beauty goals or whatever. Is it hobbies that you are looking to create? Now, whatever goals you have in mind to create for yourself, one thing you should know that goals aren't just something that you say or do or create just because every other person has doing it out there. They are something you desire to achieve for the longest period of time in your life. Alright, so when you're making goals, something that you should take note of in this year 2025 is number one, it should be realistic. Because I've heard or seen so many persons who just put up unrealistic goals for themselves. Imagine you that is a student, your first goal is you want to buy a car. Are you kidding me? You are not working, you can be a student and be working and you want to get a car, that's okay, but you are not working, literally depending on someone, and your goal is to buy a car. That is completely unrealistic. Or your goal is to buy a house. That's completely unrealistic. So set realistic goals for yourself. And not just that, goals are more authentic when they are time bound. Alright? Goals are more authentic when they are time bound. So if indeed making goals for this year 2025 is something you plan on doing, then ensure that your goals are time bound. Set a time limit. Between now and July, I want to have achieved this. Between now and December, this is what I should have. Or maybe it's for you, assuming it's for savings. Maybe every month I want to save maybe 20,000 naira, or every month I want to have 50,000 naira saved somewhere. Or if it's for your hair goals or whatever, maybe this year I want to grow additional 4 inches. This year I want to grow 2 inches extra. Or every month I want to retain as much length as possible. All of these are time-bound goals that one has to look into. Then another thing when it comes to making of goals is having an accountability partner, or having someone that will ensure that you're actually working in the path of your goals, alright? So that your goals are not just set into the air, but hold you accountable, you understand? So having somebody asking you and looking out for you to actually achieve these goals, make it much more possible, or make it much more realistic that you're going to achieve them. Alright. So another thing that I like you to take note of when you're making goals this year is that you should write them down. Write them down. So writing them down has a way of making you visualize what you really want to achieve. Although it's not like you will not visualize it if you don't write them down. Of course, you always visualize it before you even see it at first instance. But then writing them down puts this thing in your subconsciousness. There's something about you writing. When you write, you read at the same time. Yeah, because you have to read what you're writing, of course. So it makes it more authentic. I think that should be the word. It makes it more authentic and more valid. Writing down, okay, that at so point in time, maybe by next 2 months, I want to have this particular thing, or by the end of this year, I want to have achieved this particular goal. If you are a student, your goal is okay, for the next 1 month, I want to study at least 2 hours per day, or I want to study at least 3 hours per day, depending on your capacity. Alright, with that being said, let me go to my next point. Next point I'd like to talk about is having a self-care or self-date day. Now, this is a day in the month, alright, where you dedicate to just yourself, to taking care of yourself. Alright, you can have different activities you do for yourself. That you probably visit the spa, probably eating your favorite meal, you can be watching a movie, you can be doing your hair, your nails, but just for you to relax and gain control over yourself, okay, for that month. Because it's important for us as individuals to take care of ourselves, create time, okay, where we actually sit down and have a self-reflection on what our activities have been and what we are planning it to be. Alright, so self-care, the self-care day or self-date day is very important. You can decide to take yourself to the park, you can decide to take yourself to see a movie or to have lunch or wherever you plan to do, but just ensure that on this particular day you are doing everything within your power to take care of yourself in the best way possible. So another thing that I would love us to incorporate this year would be changing our self-talk. Some of us don't know how to talk to ourselves. The way you think about yourself is the way you talk to yourself, and it's literally the way other people around you will talk to you and treat you. Alright, so I think for self-talk, the first thing you really need to learn how to do is to think about yourself. When you talk to yourself in your subconsciousness or in your mind, think about positive things about yourself and not the negative. Most persons, they dwell on their problems or dwell on the negative situations around them to talk to themselves, which is very, very wrong. Okay, it creates this negative aura and negative mindset all around you to the extent that you start attracting negative things into your life. But changing the negative self-talk to more positive self-talk. Example, I love myself, I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Alright, I can achieve each and every one of my goals, I can achieve each and every one of my potentials. The more you say this to yourself in your subconscious, it actually becomes a pattern of living for you. So it's no longer difficult for you to say I am the best in this field or I can achieve my goals, because it is something you have practiced over time, and eventually that's where you really begin to see all around you, everything around you begins to speak and be positivity. Alright, so changing yourself is something that you definitely want to do in this year 2025. Alright, my next point today will be being charitable and generous. Alright, when you talk about being charitable and generous, a lot of persons imagine that you have to really give out everything that you have. No, you don't have to become broke for you to be charitable and generous. Okay, being charitable and generous can be in terms of your time, it can be in terms of your resources, yes, it can be in terms of assistance and so many other things of such. So you can decide that in this year 2025, at least once in a month, you want to give out a certain amount to probably an orphanage, probably those that you feel like are not around you. Or you can decide that in this year 2025, you want to spend more time with your family, or you want to spend more time or putting more effort in assisting those around you. Alright, so therefore to be generous and you're more self-giving than being. If you have been self-giving, then please by all means do continue, because definitely you will eventually see the reward in being charitable. Okay, so the next point for this would be authenticity and uniqueness. In this generation, a lot of persons are living fake lives. They're just faking themselves on social media, especially. You see them faking their lives on social media, and when you see them, you're like, is it this person that I know? So in this 2025, one thing I really need to do is to be unique and authentic. Authenticity and uniqueness is something that we should really practice in this new year. If you know you have not gotten to a certain level yet, try your best to attain it, while at the same time not going over and beyond in the name of having that particular thing. For example, these days on social media, a lot of people come up as being, let's say, wealthy. Let's talk about money in this instance. Let's talk about money. So many people on social media, when you look at their lifestyle, you feel like, oh, you're missing out on so many things and on so many levels. Alright, but then you fail to look at the aspects of probably what are they doing to really get this stuff that they are flaunting. You're not looking at what are they doing to attain this lifestyle that they are portraying, that is tricking your eye, according to Nigerian English. Alright, so you first of all, as an individual, also understand that you are unique in your own special way. You don't have to be like anyone to actually present value to the world. You don't have to be like anyone to actually be able to give back to the society. You just have to be you. So until you learn to thrive in your uniqueness and be authentic, you'll not be able to live out the life that you desire for yourself, or be able to hit those special goals that you have in mind, because you are faking it. You are faking it. Let's be real, because remember that the Bible says that money is the root of all evil. Actually, I think sometimes I like to think it as desire is the root of all evil, because when you start desiring the wrong things, there is no way that you will eventually end up doing the wrong things. Alright, so in this year 2025, let us forget about being jealous. Yeah, you can be happy for every individual you see on it. You can be happy for their resources. You can be happy for where they are at the moment. But you should always endeavor to be unique in your person and to be authentic, because that is who you are created to be. Alright, thank you so much for joining in today's video, and I do hope to see you in my next one. God bless you.